do you have a speech prepared for like Jonathan Toews? And we just talked to him, and obviously this day means a lot to him. A day he didn't know if it was even
a speech for Jonathan.
Yeah, is there anything you say as his coach like?
His resume is a lot better than my resume.
Right.
I mean, we talked the other day, so we've talked a few times. Like I've told you before, I flew down to Mini and met with him for a couple hours down in Mini. Had lots of conversations as we moved forward here. Talked to him 2 days ago, so we're done talking. Now he's got to just go play.
Do you think his?
So yes, he is in the lineup.
Yeah. Do you get a sense though that the excitement and energy he'll probably have could be infectious for kind of everybody as a group?
I think so. Yeah, I think everybody recognizes that. One of the great players of the game. He's obviously his resume is amazing, and to have him to come home here and in front of his family and friends and our fans, to see him in that jersey is a great moment, and our players are excited about it.
You obviously knew him from coaching against him. What have you learned about him, seeing him on a daily basis here?
He's everything advertised. He's intense. He's driven. He's in fantastic shape. He's excited about being here. Again, just wants to fit in. Just wants to be a part of our room, be a part of hopefully helping us have success. And it's going to be a grind for him. It still is. He's been away for a while, but I think every day, that's the biggest thing for me. Every day he's gotten stronger and better and feeling more comfortable each day.
Your team has done a great job since you've arrived of getting to structure early in the season. What are some of the markers you look for tonight in the season opener?
Yeah, that's kind of the grind that you do every day in practice through training camp. As much as we do play the exhibition games, there's a lot of work that happens in practice, so it gets repetitive. The guys that have been here, they have it in their minds. They know instinctively what to do. It's the new guys. Getting them away from, I don't want them to be robots, and I don't want them thinking too much about it where they don't play their game, and we do have a few new faces, so those guys have been picking it up really well, and whether we've done it in practice, talking and teaching, or video, coaches that grab those guys after they've played games, or even after some of the practice drills and just reminding them this is what it looks like, this is kind of how we kind of go about it, and they've all grasped it real quick.
On Toews, you said, we're done talking, it's time to go play hockey. He said the same thing, or almost those same words, but you know what, honestly, I just kind of want to be playing hockey now. What can you do to help him get to that point, whether it's a couple weeks from now, whether it's literally tomorrow, where he just feels like one of the guys and all this is maybe a little less?
I think that's our whole team, not just about Jonathan, but everybody just real excited about this moment to finally be out of training camp and to get this season started. But with Jonathan, I've just said that it's just a day at a time. Like every day is going to be different. We're going to get into him. Obviously, this is a big one tonight, being here at home, family, friends all being here. I'm sure he wants to get it over with as quick as possible. But at the same time, he's so excited about stepping on that ice and playing his first shift for the Winnipeg Jets. But as we move forward, it's as the schedule becomes a grind, he's gonna kind of have times where it's going to be tough on him, just like it's going to be as it will be with a lot of our players. And the biggest thing I said to him was just take a day at a time, and that's just we'll play things out as they go. And 82 games, it's a grind, and so he just has to take each day and move forward.
When you played in your younger years, would you have been able to take it one day at a time quite as well as you're hoping?
No chance. No chance.
Scott, you're obviously very familiar with your opponent tonight, but one difference is they have a new head coach. I realize it's game one for them too, so you don't have really any tape to look at, but how different or similar do you expect a Glenn Gulutzan-led team to look?
Yeah, I know Gully pretty well, obviously coming out of Edmonton. Been there for a number of years, had great success there. He's the type of guy that I don't think we saw a few of their exhibition games, looked at some video. They're not changing a whole lot, but he's going to have his own little things that he's going to throw in there. Will we see them maybe a little bit of it tonight? But I think that he's just, as he kind of gets comfortable with his team, I'm sure that he'll put his mark on that group, and still is a veteran group. We know them. There's a lot of changes. Not a lot of changes. It's kind of interesting. Both captains are out of the lineup tonight, but still, we know them well and they know us real well.
Jonathan Toews seems like a wise player now with all the knowledge that he acquired over the years. But how do wisdom and intensity coexist in a hockey player?
Well, I think that the big thing about him, you always hear Captain Serious and how intense he is when he plays the game, and he wants that puck, and he does whatever it takes. But he has real good hockey IQ, and that combined with that intensity and that compete, that's what makes those guys elite. And I think everybody has a moment where you saw Jonathan Toews be that kind of leader, that gritty kind of guy that just is intense and wants to win. And we're getting a feel for it in practice. You see the one-on-ones, the little games that happen. You see it in part of the games, and that's just part of his DNA. He's driven that way, and he wants to win. And every moment that he's in every situation that he's in, he wants to win.
Scott, you've talked about how you think this team is deeper now, and that depth is going to be tested already heading into Game 1. What does success look like to you, aside from a win, coming from those depth players?
Yeah, probably all those guys that are new, kind of like I mentioned earlier about being on point with how we play, how we defend, our structure, how we compete. I think I've said from the beginning that we wanted to drive up. Last year we wanted to take up our compete level higher. Now it's the battles and winning them, and this is a great chance to prove that against a really good hockey team and a big divisional opponent that we know we're going to butt heads with all year long. And so for me, it's us out battling Dallas Stars. Hopefully we're one step better than them on the specialty teams. Just getting to our game and trying to do it for 60 minutes.
Scott, if I'm right, you have 24 on the roster now, and obviously
David Gustafson is now on waivers as of.
Oh, so you're going to put Gustafson on waivers. Yeah. So what's the thinking behind putting him on waivers versus one of the other?
Well, we were just trying to figure out where we were going. Obviously, like we said, Dave, because of JT's, it was a different scenario. Him not playing last year, so him and Lowry didn't have to be on that roster, that 23-man roster a couple of days ago. Just allowed us an extra day to figure out what we wanted to do. We've got 3 kids on the roster still, and Chibi's in tonight. We feel that they're part of our future, and we just feel like this is how we want to move forward. And don't ask me when and how they're all getting in, but we're going to try to find a way here. But we just feel that those 3 had real good camps, and David's been a great warrior for our organization. He's been so patient for us in the sense he didn't play for 5 days or 15 days. He came in and still gave us a chance every night and did what he had to do. Great work ethic and just a real good attitude. So we'll just see where it goes now that he's on waivers.